Hey, it's Steve again. Quick video on how to make a Newel Post symbol that you can save in your library and use over and over. And the easiest way I've found is actually to use the countertop tool, which seems weird, but you can attach moldings to it. So let's just use that. And let's just say 6 inches by 6 inches. And then when you open it on the General tab, it'll just default to this. But make it say 48 and top 48. And bottom is at 0. So you basically have your Newel post. Of course, it's pulling in your countertop color. And the nice thing about this is you just can go right to the moldings tab and just start adding moldings. So let's put a piece of baseboard on there. I know this -001 is the basic trim board in base. And let's make it 7 1/4 tall by 3/4 inch wide, and let's set the bottom to -48, and there you go. And let's add a new molding up at the top there, and we can use the same molding, but let's use something different. Now we'll just use the same. Make my point here, and we'll make this 1 1/4 tall by 0.75 wide, and we'll just leave it right there at the top. How's that? 0 to the top, and then we'll add another molding. We'll use the same one again, and this time we'll make it, no, actually we'll replace that, and let's just use like this, a little half round molding, and we'll make it 0.75 by 0.7. Well, that's fine. And then we will, to the top, we'll just drop it down 5 inches. And let's make this like 0.5. There you go. So the other thing will be how to paint this, because if you want your Newel to be a different color from the trim, of course the trim is wrapping the top. We need a cap on here. And the easiest way to put a cap on it is to use just use a polyline solid. So I'm going to go 7 by 7, 7 by 7. And I'm going to make this 1 inch thick, which it already is. And I'm going to put the bottom of it at 48. And center it on my Newel. And if we look at this, you can see what we got going. Actually, I need to make my cap just slightly bigger because this trim board was 3/4. So let's just pull this. Right there is our Command Z. Let's just look at this here. Pull it off so we can find it. Here we go. I'm going to give it a fill. Something that we can see it. And I'm going to use concentric move and just maybe add 3/4 of an inch. 0.75. Okay. Center that on here and on here. Let's take a look. There you go. Turn that concentric off. So anyway, that's like your basic. So I want to paint this, and I'm going to paint it some different colors. The post I'm going to paint treated. The trim boards are all bone, and this cap I'm going to actually make this cap a little thicker. Maybe make it 2. And raise it up here, 48 to the bottom. There you go. And I'm going to paint the cap just a different color. How about black just for now? It doesn't really matter. This way here, when you create the symbol, these components can be painted different colors. Your trim can be one color. We might want to make this underneath piece the same color. there. And then, I mean, it's a strategy just so that you can do what you want. But now that we're ready, just go Tools, Symbol. Oops, sorry. Convert to Symbol. Make it millwork. Call it Newel Post 1, just to stick it in your library. And I think that's good enough. You can set a stretch zone, which in the Z you might want to come up like, say, 24 inches so that it's up here when it stretches and it doesn't change your cap. Other than that, I think it's good enough. Just stick it in your, and then we can come over here and click and it will change them. Now it's going to pull them in however you've defined the newels here. So they're 4. So let's just make that 7. And let's make these 45 maybe, something like that, and see how that looks. And there you go. That's how you make a custom newel and stick it in your railing. And then, of course, these can be painted whatever colors you want. If you want them all, the trim to be the same, you just paint this. And if you want the newel the same, you paint it. There you go. And hope that helps. See ya.